Hey girl, welcome to the Farmhouse Scullery, where I share inspirational conversations for a homesteading wife. Content tailored for you to get you to feel inspired, empowered, and motivated to fall in love with yourself more. You can find me on all socials with the handle at the Farmhouse Scullery. Please keep on listening for today's rant. Hey girl, I am so excited to have you here for today's episode. This is a recording that I had to share that I did over on my private Facebook group called High Vibe Babes Community. If you would like the link, send me a message on whatever your favorite platform is. I'm on Instagram and Facebook, just at the Farmhouse Scullery, and I can send you the link. But basically, this group I have created because I was so sick and tired of being around people that did not encourage me and love me the way I wanted to be, and thrusted into the highest version of myself. So I created this group so that we can support women. Women supporting women and empowering women is a hugely powerful thing. And this group is where I really put my love and attention into, because these women are driven, they are loved, and they celebrate the heck out of themselves. And we have honestly been having the coolest conversations about our most embarrassing things that have been happening this week. And it's just, from the smushable stuff dropping all on the ground, I love that word, at the supermarket, to kids saying vagina in public and G-strings dropping and neighbors saying, honestly, the stuff, it's been so great. So anyway, a lot of seriousness, but also a lot of celebration. So this is a live I did a couple of days ago on an epiphany I had while I was cleaning my makeup brushes, and why it was so impactful for my life, how we can clean up our lives the way we clean up our makeup brushes. So here is today's episode. Firstly, the face mask is me wanting to have an expensive facial without the expensive facial. So I have eye cream and a clay mask, and, I'm feeling great. Needs to come off. But I am the sort of person that puts makeup on. I used to put makeup on only once every week, max. And when we're farming, and now it's more like 2 or 3 times a week. So I've always justified the reason why I don't wash my brushes, although the recommendation is every month or whatever, it's because I don't use them very often, So they get into such a state that typically what I do, I'm embarrassed to say this, however, it is the actual #truth, I just pretty much put them in the bin and buy new ones. Because, after a year, they are shot. And I was like, I just can't avoid this anymore. And so anyway, while I was cleaning my brushes, I was thinking about how, what's that word? It's a common theme in my life where when you lean into something where there's resistance, something that you don't want to do, what you can learn from it. And oh my gosh. So as I'm cleaning these brushes, I'm in the beginning, I was I'll do my expensive brushes first, because then by the end, you're so over it and you can't be bothered keeping the brushes clean. And then if you get it up apparently if you get up the sticky bit, then they can come unstuck anyway. So I was I'll save my best energy for my best ones. And it was true. By the end, sorry, I'm switching hands, I was so over it, and I was just getting it everywhere and the stuff going up the walls. And it was I got halfway through, and then I was is that good enough? Just call it a day. The big ones are done. It's just the little ones. And I'm no, I need to keep going. And then you get to the end, and then I just have a couple more of those ones I literally never use. I have not used this bronzer brush for ages. And I was no, you need to do it. So I did it, and then I'm all this stuff's coming out, and I was oh my gosh, that is not just bronzer. There's black stuff in there. And I'm what is going on? And as I'm playing, I'm oh, that's right, I actually used that one. I've been using that one quite a bit, because the other one's full of bronzer. And then I'm oh my gosh, that's right, I actually have used this a lot. And it's funny how, not funny, but how our mind makes us forget things because it suits us, procrastination or whatever. And this is cracking up as I'm talking, and this is insane. But still, it's crazy how our mind, it's the procrastination and it's the power of the mind, the limiting beliefs and all this stuff that goes in the background that really stops us from doing the things that we really want. And just the brushes was literally the biggest aha moment to me of wherever I feel I'm just, the justification for me was that I only use my makeup brushes once a week or whatever, so I don't have to clean them as often as the recommended time, right? I just don't need to. But it's not true. It's just some BS I'm doing because I can't be bothered doing this thing. And it's like, what else can we apply this to in our life? How many things am I avoiding or justifying just because I can't be bothered, or there's another something else more urgent, and then you convince yourself they're not that bad, and then you start doing it oh wow, this is actually bad, I do this more often. So anyway, just a gentle reminder to do a face mask every now and then, but also to what are you avoiding? If you were to lay down, close your eyes, sit up, whatever, and just think about the things that you're avoiding, or some things that you're feeling resistance in your life. If you can lean into them, you can clean your life up. You clean your makeup brushes, because I've been avoiding it. Just clean your life up. Just lean into the resistance, and it changes so much. And you know what to do. You honestly do. You have it in you. You've heard the talks and you've read the books and listened to the podcasts or whatever. You know what to do or what to try. Just do it. Just listen to yourself and just do it. I would love to hear what you're going to do. Take care, and thanks for handling this situation. Well, this is it for today's episode. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you have enjoyed this episode, I would absolutely love it if you would take a screenshot, share it on your stories, tag me, and I will send it to a friend. It is much, much appreciated. Guess what? My brand new website is now launched. www.thefarmhousegallery.com is where all the goods are, and where you can sign up to be on my newsletter subscription to get all the hottest stuff straight into your inbox. I cannot wait to see you over there.